Hello, everybody, and welcome to Milton Football, brought to you by Red Hawk Media. It is a frigid night here at Carl F. Anderson Field, as we will have the Milton Redhawks on their homecoming night, taking on the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. Hello again, everybody. My name is Riley Elk, and alongside me here is Jerry Jones, the currently injured running back for the Milton Redhawks.
Hello, everybody. Jerry Jones here, and I'm very excited to be with you guys while we watch Milton Redhawks take on Monona Grove for homecoming night.
Yes, and Jerry, you know this team probably better than me or most of the people watching back at home. So what do you expect to see here tonight?
Well, I see Milton. They're going to be able to fight hard. I know this team. I know them well. I practice. We go in day out. We just practice hard. And I expect them to play hard. I don't expect us to ever give up. It's going to be a tough game. MG is a tough team. We're a tough team. I'm expecting a really close, good game.
Yep, and as Monona Grove opens up this game with a big old boot there, it is safe to mention as the kick returner, can't tell who that is from this angle, gets taken down at about the 25, but Max Preps, a very reputable high school scouting report website, they have the prediction out there that Milton is going to lose 44-0 tonight. That is the average.
Yes, that is average. They are really not expecting Milton to have a good game. But Danny Weitzel will be the starting Q to start out the game. Joshua Johnson is our running back to start the game. Milton offensively, let's get going.
Yep, as Danny Weitzel in the shotgun set looks to take the snap. Here we go. Quick jet sweep.
Tyler Hughes breaks through.
Good cut up field there to about the 34-yard line for Hughes.
See, that's what Milton's going to have to do all game, really. If you think about it, Riley, they need to be able to control the run. They got to be able to control their pass. They got to control the game from start to finish.
Yep, and Monona Grove has a very good spread offense, so I don't think you're going to be able to win a shootout. You got to slow this game down, the running game going, just grind it out. Here we go, second down and short here. Pitch out there to Johnson.
Cuts it up. That's a good cut right there.
And he'll get the first down on the play. Not a bad start. If you look back into the last game that we broadcasted here on Red Hawk Media, their first drive ended in about exactly 3 plays.
You, Riley, but Josh really had a great cut right there. He realized that, hey, he's not going to get the outside corner. He's planted his foot in and just went upfield.
Yep, that's all you got to do. Get positive yards here as we get a little speed option here as Weitzel gets absolutely swallowed up there in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play. Second down and 13 coming up for the Redhawks.
That's not exactly what Milton wanted to start their start exactly, It's not good, but no gain, though. That's nice.
Yeah.
Second and 10.
Looked like a loss of about 3 yards there. That's not nearly as bad as I thought. As Weitzel once again gets ready. Maybe a possible jet sweep here, or just
backside rumble. So 5 yards by Josh. Looks like a gain of 2 or 3 play.
Yeah, as one of the workhorses for Milton before the injury, you probably know the running plays better than anyone. What are you looking for on that you call the backside rumble?
The backside rumble is basically you're taking the H and you're jetting them across the field, and you're having the running back basically sit and wait and come backside where there should be a pulling guard.
As Weitzel drops back to throw. Deep drop here as he looks to scramble. Nice cut up the field, but he gets taken down from behind at about the 42-yard line.
By at least 6 or 7.
And Milton is going to bring on the punt team as their drive stalls.
Not a great second drive, I would say, but definitely looked promising.
Yep. First down against this defense for Milton. That's not too shabby. Kind of sad, but got to look on the bright side as Milton looks to punt it here. Goes with the rugby style kick. And MG will let that bounce all the way back to the 15-yard line, and he'll get taken down.
Another really good punt, and that really helped us out by him letting it bounce more than he probably should have.
Yeah. They're going to...
Comes out the Milton defense, which is, I'm telling you, number 70 is a guy you should be looking out. That guy plays with a lot of heart, so does the rest of the team, but number 70, I think he's going to have a big impact in this game.
And who is number 70? Yep.
Eric Hessenau, I'll tell you what, that is one guy, I'll tell you. He is one guy that, you know, you love watching him. You can see the passion in him while playing football, and that's what I love about him as a teammate, too. He's so passionate about the game and about others.
Yeah, you should have seen his dance moves earlier at the homecoming pep rally. Pretty darn good. That man, he can do a mean worm. As their quarterback, Jordan Bishop. Deep shotgun set.
Blitz throws out a bubble, it looks like.
Cuts upfield, and he's got a gaping hole. My goodness, this is how Monona Grove just kills people as he gets all the way up to the 49-yard line.
A couple missed tackles on Milton's defensive part.
Yeah, they did not appear to want to tackle him on that play. That really shouldn't have been much of a gain. He just kind of lollipopped that one out there. But
it was only like a 2-yard pass that turned into a masterful yardage. It is what it is. Milton should be ready.
Yeah, they're going to have to lock down pretty darn soon if they want to stay in this one. It's Bishop. Read option here. Will give it to the back. And
there he goes.
There is quite literally no tackling being done so far on the Milton defense. And within 2 plays, they go from inside their 20 to right on the doorstep of Milton's red zone.
They are knocking, certainly in just 2 plays. They have certainly flipped the field. And that's not a great way to start on defense for Milton.
No, it is most certainly not. So they have 2 backs there next to Jordan Bishop.
Up the middle.
Handoff.
That's a good job by Milton's defense. Way to the D-line to get hands-on to the offensive line. Remember, a lot of people think the D-line is just to get through. A lot of their job is they want to get hands-on. They want to eliminate those running holes and let our middle linebackers take care of all the tackling. And that right there shows great potential.
Yeah, more damage control than anything else. Another read option here. He'll keep it this time, but he slips and falls.
Huge break for the Milton's defense right there. That made them lose a couple of good yardage. That helped out the D.
Yep, you couldn't see that, folks, but he had a wide open running lane to the left side. That probably would have been a 6.
Well, Jordan Stavirius was coming down pretty hard on that. I think Jordan might have got the tackle on that, but definitely if Jordan would have missed, it would have been a 6.
Here we go.
Oh, and that's a false start, I believe. False start on MG.
That was another big break for the Red Hawks as they might be able to salvage this drive on defense now after a negative play and a penalty. Let's see how this goes.
Who is that number on? What number is that?
Was that number 62 or 52 is it?
52, I think. 52, Devin Builder. 6'4", he's a junior, 260 pounds.
Highly unfortunate for the Silver Eagles as speaking of upperclassmen, they have a beast in Sam Hepp, the receiver.
Screen.
They go with a bubble screen.
That's a great tackle by Colin Schutz. That is a guy right there. He made that tackle, and he made sure that that screen was going nowhere.
In the words of Matt Lee, woo! That was a great upending tackle right there.
That was a great tackle right there, and that was great recognition on his part to realize, hey, the screen's coming, and that's a great job on our D-line to realize, hey, they're not blocking us.
Don't need to worry about no receivers in that situation.
Silver Eagles prepared to go, going for it on 4th and long.
Milton's got to get a stop here. Odds appear to be in their favor, but with this offense, you never know. And this would be a backbreaker to start this game. So they go with play action, fires deep to the end zone, and it is dropped.
There we go. That is great coverage.
No, sir. As Milton gets a stop on downs on Monona Grove's first drive of the game.
First 2 plays didn't start the way on defense Milton wanted to, but they responded well on the next 4. And guess what? You know what? Turnovers on down, offense is back on the field. And Hunter Fernot is out at Q now for the Milton Red Hawks. Joshua Johnson is still the running back. And Danny Weitzel appears to be at H for Milton.
This could be a big spark here as Hunter Pernat, he can sling the rock. He can run, but he is definitely more of a traditional pocket passer.
I'll tell you what, he's definitely one of those guys I look forward to watching. He is such a great, he sparks the offense, but Milton Redhawks couldn't seem to get the play going too much. It's going to be a loss of one, it appears, as Danny Weitzel got the ball on motion.
Yeah, it appears Milton's trying to get that jet sweep action going a bit more here to start the game. It's going to be second down and about 10 and a half here for the Redhawks.
Oh, here we go. Let's see.
4 receiver set here. Joshua Johnson on Pernat's right as he drops back to throw. He's looking deep, fires down the left side, and he tripped. Or is that going to be PI?
I think it was tended to Danny Weitzel, but it really looked like he overthrew Danny.
Yep, looks more of like they got their legs tangled up with each other. It's going to be no foul on the play. It's going to be third down and long.
Third and 11 coming up for the Milton Redhawks.
Be a huge conversion here if they can get something going. As it looks like there's some laundry in the backfield.
Oh, no, hold on. There was a pounding. Flag on the field, and it looks like it's going to be, I think it's roughing the passer.
If you happen to be following the Green Bay Packers, which, considering most of you watching are probably in Wisconsin, you probably do. But yeah, I love the roughing the passer call in this situation, but man, oh man.
Well, I mean, in
Bad
defense, Clay Matthews knows what he's doing out there, and that's a Bears fan.
Yeah, don't listen to Jerry. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Go Bears.
Those were clean hits on Matthews' part. Everyone knows. Danny Weitzel making some hand gestures to the sideline. As that looked like they jumped off sides. I didn't see any motion.
I think
on
it's
the
offsides. Yep, it is offsides. Danny Weitzel didn't move, but it was well after the MG's D lineman jumped.
And yep, they're going to move up about 5 as the MG Silver Eagles seem to be shooting themselves in the foot to start this game. And if Milton wants to win, that would be huge.
Well, MG knows the things in this game. It's practically playing MG football if they want to win. And right now, we're not seeing MG football. But right now, Milton's playing strong football.
Yep, that stop was huge, and now they got a bit going on here on the offensive side of the ball. Fake handoff here, fires deep down the right side. He's open. He's got it.
Dane Nelson. There we go.
Number 4.
A little underthrown, but hit him right in the chest. And what does Dane Nelson do? He hauls in the ball. I'll tell you what, Dane Nelson.
Now that's a guy. He's got sticky fingers. That man can ball. He's actually Milton's leading receiver right now. He's got, let's check here. He's got 160 yards receiving, average 9 yards a reception.
Dive up the middle to Joshua Johnson. Looks like a gain of 3 or 4. You know, people don't think, you know, a dive up the middle, 3 or 4 yards, and that's not too much. But if you think about it, you're telling your running back, hey, go up the middle, linebacker's crashing down on you, get 3 or 4 yards. Josh is a guy you know and you can trust to get that.
Yep, a lot easier said than done. And if you average 4 yards a play, every 3 downs, that's a first down. As Hunter, they jump again, but no call here. As Hunter rolls out to his left. He's going to take it himself here. Ooh, driven to the ground at about the 29-yard line.
Thought they might have gotten that MG guy for a little jump. It looked like offsides.
Yeah. MG surprisingly seems like the more jumpy team in this scenario. You think on homecoming night, packed house, they know they're probably outmatched here, that Milton would be the team that's making mistakes, but they seem dialed in right now. They're ready to go.
This Milton team's a lot better than people think we are. Guarantee you that.
I don't doubt that one bit as Hunter takes a snap a bit high there. Out to Hughes. Good throw as he tries to cut up field but slips and falls. 26-yard line.
Down. Here in this situation, I say you go for it. Try to pick up the first down.
Yep. These kind of games.
Another idea is maybe pin them within the 5.
Yeah, but after watching those first 2 plays put out by the MG offense, I would not want to give it back to their O whatsoever. And they are indeed going for it. 4th down and what appears to be 6 yards to go. Pernat takes a snap, drops back to throw. They got Heavy rush. He got it to Dane.
Nelson, but I don't think that's enough to pick up the first down, as the DB was right on him the entire way. But that was a good throw, good catch, and ideally, it was an overall good play. Just didn't pick up the first down.
That was a good drive. If you're the Milton offense, you're looking to build on it. They've built on their first drive, looking to build on that drive next time out there.
Tell you what, Milton's offense is looking a lot more sharp than they did during Watertown. I think, personally, watching them play against MG right now, they're a better team than what they were a week ago.
Yep, and Watertown is they are a very good team over there in H2O Town. As there's a handoff.
Pressure.
Ooh, he cuts outside. Ooh, makes another man miss. He's got the first down and a lot more up to the 40-yard line of Milton. That's number 12 for MG. Brady Killerlane on the carry.
Tell you what, that was a good jump cut on his part. He was patient in the backfield. He looked, and he just saw where the hole was, and he took advantage of it. Nothing more than just smart heads-up football.
As MG looking to continue to move into Milton territory. As a quick screen there goes for another first down, and he's got about 22 yards on that reception. They are moving at will, and that was very similar to their first two plays on the last drive.
Oh, if you see on that bubble, the wide receiver who went out blocking, he got that block on Dalton Sorrell, and he held that block, and he just didn't let him move. That's the key of why that play was successful right there. That wide receiver made a good block.
Yeah, and I watched some film before this game, and that is really the key to their spread offense working. Their blocking is absolutely superb. As Killerlane makes another cut, that was excellent vision there on his part, as he saw nothing up the middle and bounced it outside for a gain of about 4.
He is, from what I've seen so far and what I've seen on film, he's a smart running back. He's gonna see where you give him his cutbacks, and he's gonna take advantage of it. So, Milton's gonna have to get pressure on him right away.
Yep, they're gonna need a stop very similar to the first MG drive, as Bishop fires it out to his receiver, number 34, and it is overthrown just slightly.
Peyton Smell. It was just a little overthrown, but I think it was a catchable ball.
Yep. As Milton catches another break. 3rd down and 6 to go for the Silver Eagles. Milton looking to stand strong here.
Safeties are playing very off on them.
Seems somewhat unusual, as Bishop be a bit confused, possibly, maybe changing the play at the line.
It looked like they tried to freeze him to get Milton to jump off, but Milton has great discipline. These are covenants they talk about this year.
Ooh, play
Pass
action
over
there.
The middle, and it's
overthrown again. Milton will get the stop. It's going to be 4th down and 6, but the MG offense does not appear to be moving whatsoever. They're probably going to go for it again.
Milton's having these. MG, it looks like their first 2 plays, they're crisp, they're solid, but, I feel like they're just not getting that. Their 3rd, 4th play, they're not really getting that right now.
They seem to just deteriorate offensively after those first couple of plays. There's a play action here again. Got a lot of time. Fires out.
To the running back.
He's got the first down and more, as he'll take it inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Monona Grove.
Looked like a simple shoot route by the running back. He was definitely the last read on that by the Q. But to burn Milton.
Yep, good find. And Milton tackling seems to be plaguing them in the first couple drives here by Monona Grove. That'll cost them 6 points there as they come on to attempt the extra point.
Tell you what, that is not the ideal way for the first quarter for Milton, but it happened. Now we're gonna have to see how's Milton's offense gonna respond back to this.
Exactly, as that one is booted up through the uprights, and it is good.
Flag on the play, as it looks like Nick Huber might have got a piece of the kicker. Could be a potential roughing the kicker.
And
there.
that would most likely be enforced on the kickoff. That could start Milton off with some rough field position.
Could, or, Milton could benefit if the kicker has a good leg, touchback more than likely could happen for Milton.
Yep, they need just about any help they can get at this point. They got to score. They got to score now.
Well, it's early in the game. Problem is, playing MG. It's
Yep.
homecoming night. You got to be ready to come out and play. I feel like Milton needs to make a statement this next offensive drive. This is one of the most important offensive drive for the Milton Redhawks. Mostly, if they make a statement, they come back and score. If it's 7 or 3.
Yep, then it's game on here in Milton. But, I mean, is it safe to say that this could possibly be the game here if they have a bad offensive drive here?
Possibly, but, could happen. I feel like Milton's offense just, it's been the story of the year, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The offense just hasn't been able to get it going.
Just stalled. Milton averages only about 15 points a game, and Monona Grove, the most points they've given up in a game is 15. That does not spell a good outcome here for the Milton offense, but a good drive here could change all of that as he kicks it deep.
Nick Huber gets the ball. Nick Huber goes up the middle. Oh, Nick Huber breaks the tackle, shakes off one, and he gets a couple more off that. That was a good power on Nick Huber. He is a guy that, when you certainly see him on that field, he's the guy that's going to run over somebody. He's that tough running back.
Yeah, he is what you'd call a bull out there. He doesn't care who you are, what you look like. He's going to run you over.
It looks like Hunter Pernat is back out there for the Milton Redhawks to lead the offense.
Matt Lee must have liked what he saw in that second drive of the game. It's Pernat in the shotgun set here. Josh Johnson to his right. Motions for Hughes. Drops back to throw. Looks the other way for a bubble screen. That is going nowhere. No gain on the play.
It didn't look like Kai really didn't just get his block on his guy. But MG was really flying to that ball.
Yep, that's the difference between our offense and MG's offense. If you look at it, we run a very similar type of offense. That spread, quick shots, just quick hits, getting it to your athletes and let them try to take over the game. But their blocking just seems to be a bit better. The big fellas getting it done as they get heavy pressures. He fires deep. He's got his man.
Just didn't look over his shoulder in time, but Hunter Pernat definitely took a hit on that play as pressure got to him, seeping through the middle.
But even as he got drilled, that was a great throw.
That was a great ball, and Tyler Hughes definitely had his man beat over the middle. He just didn't get the look over.
That would have been a big hit for the Milton offense. That could have been 6, and that would have been huge at this stage in the game. Got 2:03 left to play here in the first quarter. Milton's got the ball on their own 31-yard line.
So that is 3rd and 9.
They're looking to convert here and keep this drive alive. Hunter drops back to throw. He's got heavy pressure in his face again. Rolls out, fires to his right. Nowhere close to his man, Tyler Hughes. That's going to be 4th down and 9 for the Redhawks here.
Tell you what, Riley, what I'm seeing is, the offensive line's going to have to really pick this up. Hunter gets one step and he's already having to roll it out because, guy's already there. This offensive line really needs to pick up their blocks.
Yeah, it is very hard to operate an offense forming like that as the punt team is on for the Redhawks. And they'll look to get another kick away and possibly keep this field position game from getting too rough. Doesn't go with the rugby style. Gets a good Milton bounce here as it hops out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. And that's where MG will take over here as we have 1:46 left to go in the first quarter. MG on top, 7-0.
That offensive drive on Milton definitely could have been better, but it seems to be week in, week out. Same thing we're talking every day.
Yeah.
Is how do we get the offense to go? How do we get them to respond? It's just they have not responded yet.
It's like a broken record as referee jogs on. They're going to talk here.
See number 34. Colin shoots for the Milton Redhawks.
He's an animal out there.
He's definitely one of those guys that I would keep my eye on. Sat out last week with the concussion. You know, he's definitely ready to play. He's hungry. Didn't get play last week. He's out here playing, and he's probably playing to make a statement.
Yeah, he already had that huge upending tackle on that screen pass, and he was fired up. Milton could use some of that energy right here as Bishop takes a snap. Handoff here to Killer Lane.
Number
and
70 on the tackle.
Hessenauer, your man.
Eric Hessenauer is definitely the impact player I'm saying we should be watching tonight. He is playing with a lot of heart like he does every week. But that man, he eats, and eats.
Yep, and you got big old Cam Scott at nose tackle lined up right next to him. He is a scary mother. You do not want to get on his bad side as Bishop once again takes the snap, handoff again, and he is going nowhere.
Gobbled up by the Milton Red Hawks. You see that? Cameron Scott got a good push, made him basically bounce it back, and you know.
Looked like Joe Crofts finished that one up.
Just got that. That's the type of defensive line Milton needs all game. You know, Cameron Scott getting that push on his offensive lineman. Eric Hessenauer getting that push.
Actually, my mistake. I was thinking of 71 Joe Crofts. That was 61 Trenton Jensen. Big play here. And is that a false start on MG?
Offsides on Milton.
That's rough. I did not see it, but it doesn't matter if I saw it or not. The refs did. And they're going to be moving up 5 yards. Third down and much shorter now.
This is a lot more easier for MG to operate now, you know. I don't think MG is looking to specifically pass the ball now. It looks like they got more room to decide on what they want to do.
Yeah, a bit more creativity now.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if MG takes it up the middle on a run.
Yep, I can definitely see that happening here.
Got
got
little
4 down
right
linemen.
over there. Run up. It's QB keeper. QB's
Oh,
taking the
nothing
ball.
doing
Eric
downfield.
Hessenauer on the
Scrambles
pressure.
out.
Collins
Shoots is on the
chases
pursuit.
down, and it's
Incomplete.
broken up. That is that's great defense on Milton Red Hawk. Eric Hessenauer able to get the pressure. Then Colin Schutz able to follow what Eric did and put that pressure on that cue.
MG wanted pass interference, but no dice as they're
bringing out the punting unit.
First time today.
You know, this Milton defense is playing some really good football right now. And that's definitely one of the keys to success in this game.
That's critical. Monona Grove's offense has been nothing short of dynamic.
They're a powerhouse team. There's no doubt. Everybody knows who MG is in football. Milton's defense is out here making a statement. We know who they are, but we're Milton football.
Yeah. They're showing them who's who, even though they're down 7-0 right now. That could all change very quickly as a punt gets off cleanly. Good boot. Huge MG hop, and that's going to roll its way down to the 13-yard line of Milton. That's where they'll take over. 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. MG still up 7-0. But Milton looking to change that here, as it looks like, is that Danny Weitzel coming back out to QB?
It appears so. Danny Weitzel is coming out to Q. I guess Coach Lee didn't like what he saw, or he just wants to change it up a little bit. But one thing I have noticed, Joshua Johnson is still the running back for Milton Red Hawks. And, you know, throughout the season, a lot of it's been rotations and stuff. I have yet to see any other running back go out, as this is, it's actually Hunter Pernod at Q.
Pernod is out there. It looked like Danny was going to be taken over, but Pernod seems to have assumed control of the QB role. Quick screen here.
Danny Weitzel, he takes a read, look.
Danny Weitzel.
And he fumbled the ball, and it's right into the MG's hands. It definitely looked like it was MG's ball as they came out, and MG was the first one to hop on it.
Big pile up there, and both teams claiming they have it. And Milton keeps possession. That is huge.
That's crazy to look at it. I really thought MG had the ball because it looked like the DB just jumped onto it, but no, he must have had butterfingers.
Yeah, and turnovers plagued Milton against Stoughton. They had 7 turnovers that game, and that is massive. Cannot be understated how much recovering that fumble means to Milton. And it appears we've gone dark here to signal the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Monona Grove on top after one.
That Stoughton game, you can look at it as Milton lost the game, but I look at it as Milton kind of we beat ourselves.
Yeah.
Having 6, 7 turnovers in the game. I was responsible for one. It
Of
felt
course,
bad.
you were down. If you watch the film on that, your knee had clearly hit the ground first. I could see that in real time. And
You saw that our offense was just really driving against Stone. We were just unable to punch it in or just finish off the drive. I think nobody looks at this Milton team and looks at them as we're not a great offensive team by looking at how many points we average. But ideally, if you look at it, we have great drives. We just don't finish them off. And, once we start finishing off the drives, this is a team I think could easily put up 30-plus a game.
yeah, that would be huge if they want to knock off the giant that is Monona Grove. As we are about to resume play here in the second quarter. 2nd down and about 6 to go for the Redhawks.
I'll tell you what, Riley, I am very impressed with Milton.
Quick keeper by Pernat here as he scurries up for about no gain there. And even with the shortcomings, like you said, Jerry, they've played this is pretty good ball so far.
Yes, and that's what I like, and that's the kind of energy I liked seeing out of Milton. They know they're playing against the top dog in the conference. You're playing MG. MG is the Patriots in the Badger South.
Yeah, they're 6-0.
You know who you're playing.
4-0 in the conference. They've only scored less than 36 points once. And through one, they've only scored 7 here against the David to MG's Goliath, as Hunter looks for an offsides there, and
it's really a David Goliath matchup. That's a great point,
yep.
Riley.
It's pretty cliched at this point, but it definitely describes this matchup accurately. As another thing, and that looks like it's going to be a false start, as I saw MG players clapping.
It's delayed a game on the offense. See, what Milton did, the first call was a freeze call. So what they're doing is we're trying to get the defense to jump by 3 snaps. My guess is we didn't get the play out or have a play ready for if they didn't jump. So, it's going to take off some time on the clock, and it just doesn't really help Milton in this case. Now 3rd and long, looks like 3rd and 10.
Yep, so not a false start. And it looked like they did get him to jump. Hunter was looking for it, but no dice here.
I really thought the nose guard really did jump. Looks like another freeze play, but they did not fall for it again as Milton's ran that twice on 3rd down.
Yep, they're looking for any advantage they can get. As Johnson shifts over to Hunter's right side, back to his left, right as I say that. And they're confused.
They're going to have that's a perfect timeout situation. It looked like a lot of confusion between the coach and the Q. It looks like there was no clear what they wanted to do on this play.
Yeah, no one really looked like they knew what was going on. And Milton's forced to burn a timeout here.
Tell you what, right now, what I would be looking at 3rd and 10, I would keep my eyes on number 5, Mason Ulrich, and number 4, Dane Nelson. Those are the go-to guys on 3rd and long. They are your outside receivers, and they really got the burners.
Yep, Dane, you saw it earlier. Dane had his man beat for that huge pass play. And was it Mason who had that one, or was that Tyler Hughes who had just couldn't quite turn around in time?
That was Tyler Hughes. I believe that was the Y position he was at. I could be wrong, but he was in the slot position and just didn't look in time. But, so far, Milton's offense does not look that shabby. They look pretty solid. It's just mistakes.
Yep, that's what it comes down to. And MG has made some mistakes of their own, which is keeping Milton in this one so far. As Milton hopefully has a play ready to go this time on 3rd down and long.
I'll tell you what, if they don't have a play ready to go, that's going to be interesting.
That would be very interesting and kind of sad, as Hunter, they're trying to get him to jump again, and they look at their play sheet.
That's the thing. That's the 3rd time that he's ran the freeze on 3rd down. I don't think you're going to get them to jump on it. They know that Milton likes to call freeze.
Slightly ridiculous as they do get the snap off here. Hunter, time in the pocket, throws deep. Thrown to Dane Nelson, but slightly underthrown, and that's intercepted. As he breaks a couple tackles, he's got room to run. cuts back upfield and finally thrown down by Weitzel at the 11-yard line.
It was slightly underthrown, but I also feel like Dane Nelson could have came back and made a play on it. But,
Yep.
you know,
It was a jump ball.
50-50 props on the DB. He made a great football play.
Yep.
But, you know, Dane really had his man beat on that one.
Yep. That was just a lot of little things just done slightly off kilter. That ended up leading to that interception.
This is like the refs are discussing something down on the field. What are they discussing?
I don't know. Wish we had mics hooked up to them. We could hear their calls. That'd be pretty helpful.
I would like to know. No flag on the field.
No flag. Thank you, Bob Cullen. Shout out to Milton's PA announcer.
Best PA announcer around.
Seriously. Who was it? Didn't the PA announcer at Oregon have that one call with the third in Sauk County to go?
Yeah, it was clever, but I mean, nothing beats our Milton.
That's true. And, I mean, slightly unnecessary. I mean, the PA guy, he just calls what's going on. But hey, can't get mad at the guy for trying to liven it up.
MG is out on the field on their offense.
Yep, Jordan
Looking
Bishop.
to punch it in.
Most likely Killer Lane to his right. Little handoff here. That is Killer Lane. Cuts upfield, sheds a tackle, and he's driving the legs. But no, sir. Stopped at the 1-yard line.
Mason Ulrich is a little shaken up on the play, though. You know, what I saw on that play is Milton just has to get lower on their tackles. The problem is they're tackling a really good running back that, you know, you tackle him in the shoulders, he's just going to make you pay for that.
Yep, arm tackles are not going to do it here tonight as they have second down and goal from the 1-yard line.
Looked like he broke a tackle off Colton Connor.
And I was surprised he didn't score
QB
on that
keeper,
play.
And he was just going to run it in for the touchdown.
1-yard touchdown scamper for Jordan Bishop here as Monona Grove extends their lead to 13 zilch over the Redhawks.
2 plays is all they needed, but, you know, not much you can ask the defense to do, you know, backed up like that.
They're
You
put
know,
in a rough
it
spot.
just happens. Now, Milton's offense comes out on the field. They need to score. It is no secret. They need to score right now.
It is that simple. Can't win if you can't score.
No, sir, you cannot.
And here comes Houston on to attempt the extra point. Bad snap here. Huber gets in there and blocks it.
That's a great thing for Milton. You know, 13-point game now. And a lot more easier to come back from 13 than it is to 14.
That is true. Doors left just to crack open now if Milton can put a good drive together here.
Let's see if Milton's really not gone to the run game these last 2 drives. Let's see if they go back to that run game. I think I'm going to see him go back to that run game.
Yeah, probably. They've tried airing it out the past couple times, and it really hasn't worked out.
It's just, I feel like once they get that run game going, Milton's going to be a lot more solid on offense.
Yeah, you can elaborate off that. You can get it in some play action there, get some misdirection, then you can start cooking with gas.
Play action, you know, play action's going to work, but only if you have a run game to go with it.
Yep, and that has been about non-existent here tonight. As MG looks to kick it off deep.
They're bunched up here. Maybe they're going to pull a little sneaky one on Milton.
Yep, Stoughton did the same thing.
And no little sneaky one as they are going to punch it deep.
And that really was a backbreaker against the Vikings as they pulled a Sean Payton in the Super Bowl.
I know, I was right there. I saw that happen. I was the guy.
Yeah,
looks like Nick Hughes was
rough.
going to get the ball. Nick Hughes was going to get the ball.
And he's got a hole. Good spin move.
He just fell down. Didn't look like he could keep his feet underneath him, but you know that looked promising. Looked like he really had a hole to work with, and it looked like a 6.
Yep, that's been the theme of the game so far. They're right there, but just can't quite crack it open yet.
And Danny Weitzel is out at Q, and Tristan Shea.
That's unusual.
We haven't seen a lot of him, you know, but Let me tell you, this kid's quick. If you give him that corner, he's going to make you pay. He's a quick kid, and he's a tough tackle. He's a hard runner. So,
Yep. He is a wrestler. Those guys are usually short and sturdy. Those guys can get it done.
If you get 22 going, I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of problems on MG's hands.
Yep, maybe looking to mix it up here.
The linebacker showing blitz on MG's side.
Get back to the ground game here. They're really loving this motion here as Weitzel is going to keep it himself.
QB backside rumble right there. And Eric Hessenauer, you see him coming over and doing a cleanup job and pushing for an extra 2-3 yards. And I love that guy. He just puts so much effort into the game, every play.
Oh, man. How can you not love Eric Hessenauer? He's like the nicest guy, too. He is the definition of a gentle giant. He is awesome. Great guy.
He's just a little cutie pie, too.
That is one way to put it, as Weitzel, the shotgun set. Quick screen pass over to Hughes. He gets a little bit of a crease on the sideline, and that's a first down for the Redhawks.
He threw a little out farther than I think Tyler would like, but, still got the ball, still made the catch, and, hey, picks up the first down.
Yep. That's really all you can ask your guys to do. Just keep chipping away and get those first downs as Weitzel takes the snap. Good fake pitch there. He's got a crease up the middle. He's going to drive forward.
He ran into the refs a little bit. You see that, but that's good.
Back-to-back first downs for Milton.
See, on that play, Danny Weitzel, he's reading the defensive end. Defensive end comes up. Danny Reed is to take the ball himself. The end crashes. Danny throws it out to Tristan.
Yeah.
But I would like to see them get the ball to Tristan and see what damage he can do. No, we haven't seen a lot of.
Yep, and you viewers can see that as Tristan takes a snap, fires it out to number 44. He's got a crease down the sideline as well.
See that block by Ben Clark, though? Ben Clark, number 10, he got that block on that DB coming down, and that allowed Kai to get to that corner, and that's great team football right there, and Milton's really looking like they're driving.
They're sharp right now, back-to-back-to-back first downs, and you guys couldn't see it, as I was talking about before, but Jerry Jones was diagramming out that whole fake pitch play. We need one of those little coaches clickers type deals. That was awesome. As Quick fires it out to Hughes. Good little shake and bake, but not much after that.
I don't think it's going to be a gain of anything. Dane got initial block on his guy, but he just didn't hold on to it enough to make the play develop. And, looks like they're taking out Tristan Shea. They didn't really give him a run play, which I am a little disappointed on that, but whatever's best for the team.
Exactly. They're focusing on the QB runs, and so far Weitzel has really taken advantage of it. And
Weitzel looks sharp
screens
right now. Both QBs overall look really sharp on playing.
Yep, Hunter had that one blemish, but that was not entirely his fault on the play. As Weitzel drops back, quick two-step drop as he
QB draw, makes a
takes
little
up the middle.
shimmy.
Oh,
the ball
and then
comes out.
stripped, and that is 100% MG football.
MG's football. And you know what this game is starting to look like again?
Oh, little scrum here.
And there's definitely going to be some.
Who's getting in there? Number
Looked like
65.
Booker Burden was getting in a little scrumble. But don't get mad at him if he's going to get unnecessary roughness. He was fighting for that football.
He was playing with emotion. He's trying to get it back. He needed that football.
So let's see.
That's now it looks back at the sideline. Gives him a thumbs up here. This might be against Monona Grove. Let's see what the call is.
Promising drive. It really looked good, but same thing that plagued us against Stone. Turnover.
Yep.
Turnover in crucial parts of the game.
Exactly what I was thinking.
And I don't think he's holding on to the ball with two hands.
There was unsportsmanlike conduct against both teams, and the penalties will offset each other as Monona Grove's going to take it at about the Milton 20-yard line.
Disagree with the penalties. I just thought that was football. That was both of them fighting for the ball, and come on, ref, let play a little.
Yeah. Never know. They could have been jawing at each other.
Yeah, little John never hurt anybody.
A little trash talk. I know you're fond of that, Jerry.
I'm a little fond of that. I remember Sock, my touchdown in the end zone, a little trash talking, but you know, it's all good at the end of the day.
Little dance.
No dancing, just talking.
I hear you.
To the running back, and that's a great push on the D line.
Ooh.
That.
They were up in his grill there.
Looks like 98 Burbridge and Logan Knutson and Eric Hessenar were all on that.
That was a fantastic stop there by the defense. Nothing doing. As the defense looks maybe to cause them their own turnover here.
Honestly, it seems like this MG offense, they're hitting a brick wall. Doesn't look like they know exactly how to play this Milton team.
Another handoff, and it breaks through an arm tackle as he's finally slung down by Jordan Stavarius after a gain of 12.
That was a good run, just a smart cut. He saw the hole, he made the cut.
Yep. Brick wall had a hole in it that time.
Yeah, it did, but you know, this Milton's defense is playing, I think, a lot better than a lot of people were thinking.
They're doing better than I was thinking. I'm not going to lie, I did not have the highest of expectations for this Milton football team coming into today, but I have been thoroughly impressed with how they've played, as that's another big run up the middle for about 14 yards.
It looked like Cameron Scott fell down and, you know, just created that hole for that running back to cut up.
Yep.
It wasn't initially up the middle play. It looked like it was a stretch to me. But, you know, Cameron Scott fell. You know, he created the hole. I don't know where the middle linebacker was exactly on the play, but made him pay.
Yep, that was Shane Duncan on the run. I believe he's taken the past 2 runs for Monona Grove. As Bishop taps the grass, takes the snap, keeps it himself, but nothing doing.
Look at that, 98 on the play. That's a great job on his part, you know. He's playing disciplined football. He's not going to the run. He's watching that cue. He's making those reads that they asked him to do, and he's playing a good game.
Yeah, he really jumped right into that backfield. Got it before he could get anything going.
It's a 2nd and 10. Eric Hessenar looks a little confused.
As, look out here,
play.
fires it deep down the left side. I cannot see what's going on, but it's broken up.
Dalton Sorgo on the breakup, and it looks like he is shaken up on the play. The wide receiver, don't know his name or number yet.
As he stands up. That appears to be number 5, Sam Hepp, 6'7" receiver. He is
definitely shaken up, and he's going to need a breather. Is it his wrist? I
can't tell. He's taking his gloves off. It's probably his wrist, and he is a cornerstone in their offense. Hasn't been doing much tonight, but he is a beast out there. 6'7". How many pounds does he weigh? He weighs 195. That is a big guy out there.
I'll tell you what, he makes me look pretty small out there on the field as a 5'7" guy.
Hey,
But,
not the size of the dog in the fight, the size of the fight in the dog.
Is it his
You know
back?
what I'm saying?
Or I think he just got the wind knocked out of him, maybe.
Yeah, maybe something on his wrist is a little shaken up here, but he's kind of waving off the sideline. Asked him a few questions, seeing what's going on here.
That's a huge break, you know. MG really going for that big touchdown play. It forces them to a 3rd and long.
Yeah, and Dalton Sorgel's only 5'6", covering a 6'7" guy. He got big on that play.
Foot on him.
That is huge. That is a massive difference. Props to Sorgel on that one.
It happens. But, like, you know, I'm pleased on Milton's defensive part. It is amazing.
They've done a great job. They have played above and beyond.
See Milton's playing pretty
expectations
off
so
on
far.
the DBs are playing, looks like 8-10 yards off.
That might be expecting another deep pass, and that looks like what MG was looking for, as
QB
Bishop's
had
got nowhere to go.
And they brought him down. Logan Knutson on the tackle with 45.
They snuffed that one out real quick. They thought they were going deep, and that's exactly what they were trying to do.
Colin Kovac, let me tell you about this guy. I played with him throughout many years. He plays with a lot of heart, and he's a physical guy. I'll get there. You know, that's a great job on him and Logan Knudsen. Get that pressure on that cue. And think about how well the secondary did. They didn't
Yeah,
allow.
they must have been all over their men out there. Almost
Milton
blocked
plays
there.
really good.
Fair catch called for. Hopefully that didn't touch
Get away
any.
from the ball.
We don't want a repeat of what you guys saw in
Who
what
was
game
that?
was it? Was it the was it that Wisconsin game or was that a Packer game? I'm trying to remember.
I think it was a Wisconsin game because the Iowa guy.
Yeah, the Iowa guy
Well,
just
don't
kind of
Sorgo
ran into it.
He got too close to the ball, and you can see Schlim out there. Schlim is giving him a good chewing.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Schlim gives chewings like no other. But that's not. Dalton Sorgo needs to recognize, hey, you got to get away from the ball,
just
buddy.
don't risk it at this point in the game. There's no reason to be anywhere near that ball. And hey, old Mr. Schlem, he was my driver's ed instructor. Got some funny stories that guy does, and he's got
running back. Looks like Tristan Shea.
He had some room to the outside, but they pursued
speed on him.
pretty well.
He made the right cut, and it sees they are bringing in Nick Huber for Tristan Shea. One
This'll
run
be
for
fun.
Tristan. Nick Huber. That guy.
Oh, he's a bad man. Let's see if they give it to him. They're all checking their play cards once again.
Not at Q.
Yep. Inserted back into the role of QB. Pump fake here. Fires it deep down the right side. He's had his man.
Slightly
Just a bit
overthrown.
Maybe a bit of the homecoming jitters for Pernod as his receivers have been getting open. He's just been off just slightly.
It looked like the corner played some good. Just the corner, I think, might have been able to slow up Dane just a little to that. But honestly, Dane and Mason look like they have their man. It looks like MG secondary is not holding up as well as I think they should be.
Yeah, they are really getting past. They're getting open. And they're getting open on, like, fly routes. That is darn good for Milton as he drops back, fires it deep again. He had no one next to him. Overthrown again, and that would have been 6. Great play call and great job by Tyler Hughes to get open on that one. Just a bit overthrown.
I wonder if Hunter, I feel like maybe there's pressure on Hunter going into this game. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of reps at Q during practice. He doesn't get a lot of reps at Q in general. So, Milton's asking a lot from him to, hey, come play our homecoming game against MG. Make dimes and throws.
Yeah, that is a tall order for any quarterback, and he muffs the ball!
Whose ball is it? It looks like, no, MG got right on it.
Oh, that would have been huge for the Red Hawks.
Luke Hessenauer and Dalton Sorgo or Tristan Shea were down there right away.
That would have been massive as the referee slips and falls there.
Hank was completely shattered by that ref.
Grass is a bit slick out there. It is a frosty night here at Carl F. Anderson Field. I believe it's probably in the 40s at this point.
Oh, let me check for you, Riley.
Thank you. Handy dandy weather app.
It is currently 46.
Yep, 46.
It's chilly.
Coming out of winter time, that feels warm, but right now that is absolutely frigid as Killer Lane gets it. Good stiff arm there.
Good stiff arm, just no tackling.
Yep. He gains about 7 yards on that play.
That should have probably gone for 2, goes for 7. Milton's tackling seems to be biting us again.
Shoddy at best right now. As Milton's D looks to get another big stop here. Help out their offense a little bit. Bishop takes the snap. Hands off to Killer Lane, and he's got nowhere to go.
Tripped up by Colin Schutz. Just finished off by Colton. That is great play by our defense.
Yep, they looked pretty darn good there. They knew what was coming. They sniffed it out.
I used to play linebacker with Colin back in the middle school days.
I don't doubt that.
It was fun. I remember we were killers out there.
Yep, believe that 100%. And Colin, he still is a killer out there, as Bishop has plenty of room rolling out to his right there, and he tiptoes the sideline for a solid extra 7 yards on that one. He's up the 22-yard line of Milton.
Looks like he was just going to get the first down, but you know, he just picked up more on the play because of the lack of, didn't look like anybody was really pursuing him as much.
Naked bootleg there worked to perfection.
No pressure on him.
None at all.
2 running backs set for MG.
Haven't seen this much tonight. Motions out, watch the bubble screen here. Ayers catches him in stride, as he will scoot his way up to the 15-yard line of Milton. That was number 34 on the reception, Peyton Spalding.
MG looks pretty crisp on this offensive drive.
Yep, they're looking to put the proverbial first half nail in the coffin. Go up by, at the very least, 19 points here near the end of the second quarter. Handoff here to Killerlane. He is swallowed up.
Who is that on the play?
Who's that?
Number 9, Devin Miller on the play, outside linebacker for Milton. You recognize the play. I think what Devin Miller right now, what I believe he's reading that little sniffer. So when that sniffer comes back, you know it's a counter play. So Devin Miller just fills that gap.
Yep, and he was right there. He absolutely gobbled him up there. Here comes a blitz. Handoff or a keeper by Bishop, and he's got absolutely nowhere.
On the tackle, it looks like 65. Booker, Burden, and 45. Colin Kovac.
Booker backing up that trash talk there.
And Booker's out here to make a statement.
He was all over him that time. Looks great. And here comes the Monona Grove offense. They got sorry, I can't see the down marker.
Looked like a freeze play, but I believe this is 4th down or
third down? We've received word that it is 4th down and 3. Jerry, you were right. As a handoff here to Killerlane. It looks like they got him. Collins shoots, dragging him back.
And that is the
come on.
Well, Milton is clapping. It looks like he's going to go against MG.
I could see that for the little extra throw by Schutz there. And oh my goodness.
I don't know. That looked like football.
Let's see what they're calling. Oh, they're pointing to the MG side. Oh, I believe they're getting confirmation from the MG coach here. Brandon Beckwith.
Colin Schutz comes off. Field looks like to talk.
Let's see what they got. And it will be
against MG.
A personal foul against MG?
Yes, it is. It's personal foul on MG. Milton's offense.
Milton's going to take
back
over.
On the field. And Colin Schutz, way to get in there, way to get the D-line, everybody involved. They just stuffed that run play. They knew what was coming, and they made him pay.
Hit him in the hole and just yanked him back.
Milton defense really stepping up in this game, saying, hey, this is Milton's house.
Yeah, this is our homecoming. They are not going to be embarrassed tonight.
It looks like we are sticking with Hunter Pernod at Q. And I think this is a statement by Coach Lee.
Yeah,
I think Coach Lee is coming out and saying, hey, Hunter Pernod is our QB. And I'm going to stick with Hunter Pernod throughout this game.
Yep,
you need
I
to
like
let
it.
Hunter get hot.
I like it, because if he starts making these throws, it could be a lot closer game real soon.
Upset, maybe?
Upset? Let's see. You still got a little bit of time. Yeah, knock on wood. As Pernod with Josh Johnson once again to his left. Takes a snap here, and they whistle it dead.
False start, I am guessing, or illegal motion. Probably illegal motion.
And it's going to be a false start on the Redhawks. Not the best start to the drive, but
That's not
we'll
what
see how they
Milton
respond.
needs. I mean, it's 1st and 15, I guess. It's whatever, but you know, 1st and 10 is a lot better to deal with than 1st and 15.
Yeah.
You know, now you gotta pick up a whole nother 5 yards to get a first down.
Yeah. just puts added pressure on the Milton offense that did not need any extra right now. Burnett takes a snap. Little delayed handoff to Johnson. He's got room.
He got room, and he's using his speed. Little maneuvers, a little shake and bake by Joshua Johnson. That's what he's known about. He's a shake and bake type of guy. And you know, he did his shake and bake.
Yep. You got lightning and thunder. He would be the thunder. He's the lightning. As they get up to the line quick. Here comes Burnett. That was 100% a false start on Milton.
Looked like Eric Hessen just got out a little early, or Tommy Lillum. That's been a problem a little bit this year, is Tommy doesn't get the snaps out right away.
Or he tries to jump the gun as he did there. And, well, after Josh Johnson makes up the 5 yards, they will be pushed right back, and it's as if they threw an incomplete pass.
Second and...
It's going to be second down and about 10-9 it appears. As Burnett takes a snap a bit high there, toss to Johnson. They got good pursuit out there, and he gets stoned.
Stone goes and lowers his shoulder, takes whatever yards he can get, but there was really not much running room in there.
Ethan Beaner on the tackle there. They knew what that was, and they destroyed it in the backfield.
Looks like it's going to be third and something as Milton is calling a timeout, I believe so.
Yep. They're going to need to get something going, as it actually wasn't in the backfield. They gained 2 on there, and they need to convert here. Any points before halftime would be critical if Milton wants to keep that upset bid.
Clarify. Well, if Milton can go into this halftime 13-6, 13-7, they're in a good position against MG.
That would be absolutely insane for the expectations at the start of the game. As there are 56 seconds left to go here. As we just said, MG up 13-0. Milton looking at a 3rd down and 8 here from their own 32-yard line. You know, I like using these timeouts. You haven't been with me yet, Jerry, but I like using some timeouts to, you know, take a look at the aesthetics of the game. You know, the uniforms, stuff like that. I believe Milton, with the new ones we got last year, we have some of the cleanest looking in the Badger South.
Yes, they are definitely one of the cleanest looking, but let me tell you, those jerseys are as tight as can be.
I have seen you guys. They do not look like they are fun to put over big old shoulder pads.
I ripped mine in Reedsburg a little bit.
Wow, nice. That's pretty cool as Hunter takes a deep drop, fires deep down the field. Good catch. He goes up and gets it. Mason Ulrich.
That is a beautiful throw, and not only with the good throw, look at Mason Ulrich bringing down the ball. What a catch.
Looking like Calvin Johnson in his prime. He went up in 2 defenders and snatched it down.
To Calvin Johnson, you saying? In double coverage, too.
I can see it.
That was impressive.
Great throw, great catch, and Milton's in business inside the 40-yard line of MG. Here we go.
And the first down.
Clock's ticking under 45 seconds to go. Burnett takes a step back. He's got pressure, fires. Oh, he was open. Had some room to maneuver.
A little behind Tyler and probably a little too much mustard on the throw.
Yep, too much pepper.
Too much.
Couldn't quite hang on. That will stop the clock, though, with 37 seconds left to go here in the half. Second down and 10 for the Redhawks. They could use another big hit right here.
See, now, if I'm a wide receiver or running back right now, in these situations, you need to think, get the ball, go out of bounds.
Yep.
If you can get the first down, get the first down, but if you can go out of bounds, go out of bounds.
Yeah, Milton does have 2 timeouts in the reservoir right now.
Second and 10.
Yep. They would only like to use them if they are needed. Ooh, bull rush there by number 43, and Hunter will scramble. Can't get to the sideline on a gain of 3 right there. And they might need to burn a timeout here, as it appears they do.
See, on that bull rush, what happened was it looked like it came from the outside. It might have been an outside linebacker coming in the blitz. But see, Josh, what he needs to really do on that play, he needs to step up and meet him there. He kind of let him come to him and lower his shoulder, and, you know, he just made him pay.
Yep.
And as a running back, your job's not to run the ball all the time. Your job is to pass protect for your cue. You see somebody coming in hot, you got to take that guy head on.
Yep, that usually seems to be one of the critiques of a running back that is a very good runner. Sometimes they can't quite get those blocks, and that is still a necessary skill you need to have if you're going to do the job that is the running back. And that was number 43, Ryan Hinaus on the tackle, or on the bull rush there.
He got pressure going, and he really just destroyed the whole play in general.
Yep, as Milton, it appears, took a 60-second timeout as they get everything situated here. And they're looking to strike while the iron is hot here to end the first half. This would be huge.
6 is what is wanted and needed by Milton right now.
Yep. Settling for 3 wouldn't be the worst, but it's not ideal in this situation.
I mean, at this point in the game, you got to look at what points you can get. I mean, 13-0. A touchdown would be better, but 3, hey, it's a 10-point game.
Yep, and you can hear the student section getting into it. Here we go, 3rd down and 8 for the Redhawks. Hunter takes the snap, and a flag whistles.
False start on Milton.
Oh, boy.
And that's going to back them up another 5 yards, and it's going to be, here's 3rd and 13 for the Milton Redhawks. And that is
not what they needed.
Not ideal. In this situation, I believe, I don't know about you, Riley, but I say you don't try to pick up the first down because you know you're going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
You know that.
Make it more manageable.
Make it a manageable 4th and 2, 4th and 3 situation.
Yep. I understand. And get out of bounds, too. You can get a quick hitter to the outside, possibly. But we'll see what they do as Pernat takes a deep drop. Pump fake. Pressure in his face as he throws deep. Ooh. Tipped by number 27 on MG. And nothing doing on 3rd down and long. And I believe they're going to be forced to go for it here with about 20 seconds to go.
They're going to have to go for it, and they got to pick up the first down. Now, here's the thing. You go for it, you got to get the first down. If you don't, you give MG the ball practically kind of at the midfield. What does MG do with the ball with about how much would be remaining?
We got about 22 seconds left
so
here.
So they would have
half.
basically like 18 seconds remaining. See what they can do with that.
Yep. And Milton burns their last timeout here, as that is interesting if they end up converting on this 4th down and long.
Well, if they convert on 4th down and long, they're going to get the stop that's going to clock automatically to move the chains, but they're really just going to have to get on that ball and run the next play.
Yep, or a spike.
There are no timeouts remaining in this game. And I think that one timeout they burned when there was confusion, it looks like it's going to hurt them right now. You know, it's one of those things that happen. Hey, you don't think one timeout's going to hurt you early on in the game, but look at where you are. You're looking like you need a score, and you just missed that one timeout. You know, it's not an ideal situation for the Milton Redhawks.
Of course, this only comes into play if they convert here. We got 4th down and 13 to go for Milton. Hunter Pernat trots out there,
leading the offense to battle.
Here we go. This is the play of the game so far. Can Milton convert?
Most important
Give him
play
a chance
of
to
the
score.
half, I think. This is probably the most important play of the game.
Yep. Let's see what they can do here. Hunter Pernat takes the snap, rolls out to his right. He sets his feet, fires, hit it, he throws. And is incomplete, the flag!
Interference, it looks like. Is that going to be a spot foul?
We'll see. 14 seconds to go. The clock's going to stop.
MG, a little too much mustard with their ketchup and their hot dog, and it's going to cost them.
Yep, bit too rowdy, rambunctious out there, as that's going to cost them big time.
See, that's a spot foul, too.
They're inside the 15.
Riley. You know, when you get a hot dog and you're eating a hot dog, you don't want to put too much mustard on that hot dog.
I don't put any mustard on my hot dogs.
Look at that. They just put mustard on that hot dog.
No,
and
thank you.
It's going to bite them in the butt, maybe.
We'll see. Put mustard on your brats?
Well, it looks like it's not a spot foul.
Or maybe MG call. No, they're moving it back.
It looks like it's just
possibly just 15 yards.
But
that would have been big.
Stop the clock. And new fresh downs.
Yep. Now you have to be going for out of bounds or the 1st down yard marker here, as you only have 14 seconds left to go. I could see him going for the end zone here.
Milton has about 2 or 3 plays.
They're looking for pressure. Good pocket, and no flags. I think they're going to say it's uncatchable there.
Look maybe a little bit too out on him.
Yep. No chance on that one. 9 seconds. Milton only has a couple more shots, 2 at most. They're probably going to go for the end zone here.
You know, they do have a kicker.
That's true.
Tell you what, I don't know which way the wind's blowing, but they got a kicker. You got a leg.
That's true. Kickers are people too.
You gotta take whatever points you can get.
Exactly. As Pernat steps back, fires to the end zone. Let's see what he's got, and that would look like he just punted it to him. Spin move here. You got to just bring him down as the clock drips down to 0. He's going to be brought down, and it's halftime here in Milton. Golden opportunity goes to waste.
MG is up 13-0 on our Milton Redhawks, but hey, that was a lot better half than what we thought we were going to see.
We did not expect this close of a game, especially. They were knocking on the door right there.
They were knocking on the door. Defense really stepped it up. I just think the offense needs to figure out what's going on and what's happening. And that offense figured out what's going on. I think Milton's in this game. It's definitely Milton's football.
They are 100% in it as you guys get to take a gander here at the Milton Pom Squad. I believe you have the band coming up at some point too, along with color guard. I forgot we have cheerleaders and Poms.
It's confusing. I'm not gonna lie. It's a mixture.
I know.
Of both.
They're cheerleading parents or Poms parents. They're gonna get mad at me for saying this, but it's very similar. It's almost the same thing. It's not. I know it's not, but it's very similar.
It's similar.
I apologize.
They dance. They cheer. You know, it's similar.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
I don't know what the difference is, but it is a difference. I believe so.
But anyway, 13-0 MG at half. Me and Jerry are going to step away for a little bit here. You guys enjoy the halftime show. We can't send it up to the guys. I wish we had guys up in New York. That'd be sweet. Send it up to Kurt Menefee, Howie Long, Terry Bradshaw, Michael Strahan.
But I'll tell you what, they would be saying the same thing we are saying right now. Milton's putting up a better fight than what we believed they were going to put up. That offense figures out what to start doing. We got a football game.
Oh, yes, we do. Thank you guys for watching the first half. We'll see you in the second. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second half of this homecoming game for the Red Hawks. Monona Grove is up 13-0, and Jerry, that was not a bad first half by Milton. What are the keys if they want to pull off this upset?
All right, so the keys in this second half, they come down to three big focal points, and right now is that defense. Defense keep playing the way they're playing. I think we're going to be fine defensively, and MG shouldn't score too much. Now, what needs to be fixed up and cleaned more is Milton's offense. Once the offense starts to get rolling and we clean up the mistakes, we've had a couple good drives down the field, but the execution in the red zone and finishing off the drives has just not been there. If we do that, we're going to be just fine, and Milton just played an overall really good game. They're playing against a top dog.
This is the fifth-ranked team in the state, for crying out loud, as Josh Mussey gets ready to kick off this second half.
Here we go. The second half is under the way. G back, returning. He's way back, and it looks like it's Logan Knutson on the tackle.
And they're going to get this drive kicked off at the 25-yard line on their own side of the field.
Not bad.
That was a good kick there by Josh Mussey.
Yeah, he really put the ketchup on it.
Like we were talking about, gotta love those hot dog metaphors, am I right?
Yeah, those hot dogs metaphors. You know, it's just one of those things. It just makes sense.
Exactly.
It just makes sense.
It just applies to football so well. Honestly, if you just think about it, really, really hard.
Those guards, it looks like we had Eric Hessenauer and Cameron Scott in the middle of the field. And the linebacker trio is Evan Miller, Cole Connell, and middle linebacker Colin Schutz, number 34.
He was a big factor in that first half. It appears the refs re-centered the ball as Jordan Bishop looks to start the first drive of the second half off for the Eagles as he dumps it off to his running back there, and he will scamper for the first down. That is about exactly the kind of start you were looking for if you're MG. But hey, if you remember back to the first half, the first two plays always looked darn crisp, darn sharp.
They did. So honestly, I'm not that worried right now because I know Milton's defense is going to come out sharp, but MG's offense has had an entire half to look and say, hey, what are we going to do right here?
Exactly. As they dump that off quick again, he cuts it upfield. That's another first down at the 49-yard line on their own side of the field.
That play's being so successful is because the blocks of wide receivers are getting on our outside linebacker in our corner.
They're getting physical as that was Peyton Spalding again, number 34 for the Silver Eagles.
Back-to-back first down.
Yep. But, hey, this is their third play.
See what happens now.
Let's see if they can get that monkey off their back. As Bishop takes the snap, pump fake. He's looking deep, fires down the field, and it is dropped. My goodness, was
that ball was right there. It was just right there. What more can he have on that play?
That was Sam Hepp, their 6'7" star receiver, their leading receiver. That is a shocker. That was right in the breadbasket.
It was right there. I mean, all he had to do was touch the ball. It was right there.
Pull it into his body, but maybe took his eyes off it for just a second. Thought about running down the field. And
maybe he was scared of our safeties coming up on him.
Heard a couple footsteps. As it's now 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Quick handoff here. Somewhat of a hole.
It's a good
Lunges forward.
Good gain on the running back's part, but you know, linebacker way to be there to fill that play right away. And that's what we need from our defenses. Fill right away. Now it's 3rd and 6, it looks.
Yep, and this is doable for the Red Hawks defense. They showed it all first half. Looking to start the second half out the same way.
MG's really shown pass when it's come to 3rd and long,
yep.
Say.
And they're doing it again. Just a quick snap, and he is wide open. Schutz just didn't really see him there, and Sam Hepp is going to stride his way into the end zone. That's a touchdown.
Not even touched. Not a single person touched him.
Once. He just really looked like a gazelle once he caught it. He just lunged past everyone, gallops past him.
You know, it looked like we didn't get to our drop right away. And it was just a perfect throw, perfect window.
Yeah, looks like he found the hole in the zone right there.
Yep, but we kind of expected MG to come out ready to punch it in the end zone right away.
Yep.
Just see how our offense comes out and responds.
Yep. If they respond quick here, it could turn the tides of the game, as it is now 20-0 Monona Grove on top after they have a very successful first drive.
Quick, though. Quick drive. Plenty of time for Milton to always come back.
Yep. It ain't over yet. If we saw any indication in the first half, the defense, they'll probably stiffen up. And now it really, the burden is on the shoulders of the offense right now. They have to score. It's that simple.
You can see Coach Slim down there. He's fired up. That man, he's always fired up. Let me tell you something about Coach Slim. Don't make him mad. If you're not in the right stance, he'll be quack, quack, quack all day.
Duck feet.
You don't want duck feet with Coach Slim.
No, sir.
I remember during Pride Camp, duck feet with Coach Slim. He'd come up to me, quack, 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 quack.
I've heard horror stories.
It's bad, you know. He has phrases that are interesting. I remember one time Nick Huber, he was like, Huber, you moved from the cone of the ice cream to the ice cream itself. Don't know what that means, but it means something.
Man, he's like the second coming of Ben Franklin. Penny saved is a penny earned. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. That is Coach Lem right there with his own colloquialisms. As Monona Grove gets the boot, and it is muffed by Johnson. See if he can make a little something happen like Deshaun Jackson did in that memorable game against the Giants, but nothing doing. He gets a respectable gain up to the 30-yard line, it appears. And Milton's going to take over and look to punch it in here.
Here we go. Milton's offense. This is what we wanted to see. And you know who they're trotting right back out there at Q? They just got them throwing that interception. This is Coach Lee saying, hey, Hunter is our Q. I like this. I like this a lot. He's saying, hey, forget about the first half. It's a whole new second half.
Yeah, he's got a clean slate now. As here we go, right off the bat, he's throwing. Slings it to Weitzel, and he can't hang on. Going to be incomplete. That was a forward pass.
It was a nice throw, just couldn't hang on to the football.
Slipped through his fingers. As Milton, we knew would come down to their offense. They got to keep driving here.
Fun
Not the start they wanted.
About Hunter Pernot. 7th to 8th grade year, did not play Q.
Wow.
In 8th grade year, he was a blocker, actually. Offense line, he was over the weight limit.
He is a big guy. I'm actually kind of surprised by that because I remember 3rd grade football, I was Hunter Pernot's backup on the Ravens. It's pretty fun. He was a slinger back then, too.
Slinger today, but Nick Huber with a tough earn run. Man,
that's what we wanted to see in the first half.
He's showing you that, hey, you hit me at the line, I'm going to still going 3-4 yards on you.
He's going to hit back harder as it's 3rd and about 6 to go here. Pernot looking at the sideline, looking to get the call here.
So it looks about 3rd and 6, 7-ish. What do you do here in this situation?
Let's see. I don't know. I feel like they might throw it deep. Look for that big hit in their first drive. Don't know if that's the smartest thing, but I could see it here. Deep drop. Fires it deep. And
incomplete.
It is incomplete. Just had to judge by the crowd reaction there. I don't really know what happened, but yeah, I can't really elaborate on that. Incomplete pass. 4th down coming up for the Red Hawks.
3 and out for the Milton offense. Didn't come out as fiery as I thought they might have. It's all right. There's a whole second half yet to play. There's hardly any of the clock away.
Yep, they still got time, but they got to get a stop and they got to get points. Put it away there. Good Milton hot. Muffed there by Monona Grove. But, keeps his footing. Little spin move there by, I believe that's Spalding. Had a couple of big plays in the first drive.
Tristan Shea was definitely on that trip up. Just didn't get the full wrap up needed. But
that's what we were talking about in the first half as well. Arm tackles.
And, you know, I get it. It's high school football. You want to make a big, hard hit. You want to make that boom, shoulder hit, arm tackle hit. But, you know, you got to remember, you got some really good players on the opposite side.
Yep, they have some darn good athletes on the Silver Eagle side. As they're looking at a 1st down and 10 from their own 41-yard line here. Jordan Bishop all alone in the backfield.
Empty back set.
4 receivers and a tight end. Motion in.
Running back.
Here we go. Little handoff here. And he's got nowhere to go. Shoots. He was all over that one.
He's eating quite well. He's out there. He's hungry. He wants to
ready.
Play. And look what's that. Gain a loss of 1.
He's out here. He wants that upset. He's looking for it. Second down and 11 to go.
God, that's such a beautiful read on his part. He read that.
He knew that the entire way, and he made him pay. Drop back to throw. Dumps it off. Caught. Oh! Destroyed!
Jordan Stavirius laid the wood on him. Let me tell you. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Here comes the boom from Jordan Stavirius.
Tell you, he made sure he knew who he was. Whoa, moly.
He's seeing stars, and he's going to remember that number 13 from the Milton Redhawks.
Affects the rest of the game.
He might not be catching many of those screen passes anymore tonight as Jordan Bishop claps his hands. They're a bit confused now. Maybe they're a bit shook by those past couple plays.
They are pretty shook. But one thing, they tried to call the freeze play, but that D-line,
they're standing firm.
Discipline as they can get.
Here we go. Let's see. Milton needs to stop here. Play action. Looking to throw. Fires it over the middle, and he's got his man. First down and 10. Monona Grove, they're inside 45. That was not what Milton needed right there after 2 huge defensive stops.
It's been kind of the same thing for MG on 3rd and long. They are going to the middle of the field.
Yep, that's what they did the past 2 times, and it's worked both times. Let's see if Milton can adjust on the fly here. Handoff here. And is that Colin Schutz again? Nope, is that Cullen?
Cullen Kovac on the tackle, number 45. On the play, he stood him right back up. He saw him coming through, but he said access denied.
This linebacking core is tenacious, to say the least.
It is.
Gain a 3.
Playing with a lot of fire out there.
Yep, they've gotten burned a couple times, but it is not due to lack of effort. That is 100% certain.
You do not question this team's effort one bit.
It is 20-0 MG. Play action. Fires it deep down the right side, and it is caught.
Touchdown.
Hits him with the 40, or I'm sorry, about the 38-yard bomb down the right side. And he beat his man.
On the field, though.
Oh, this could be coming back, folks.
And it appears so. It's coming back.
And Milton catches a huge break on this one.
Holding, I'm guessing.
Wow.
That's a huge break on that one.
That is a big break. They got absolutely toasted on that one. But, hey, just got to put that out of your head now. It's erased. Get this next one, as it's going to be 2nd down and long for the Silver Eagles after they had a huge play negated.
Reminds me of that story of the bunny and the tortoise.
I'm fucking great at this. I say I dropped my phone.
Sometimes slow wins the race.
Oh, yes. Slow and steady. That's what we were saying at the beginning of the game. Got to slow down the pace of the game. Right now, Monona Grove is the hare. Let's see if Milton can come back.
Screen.
Yep. As Jerry Jones calls a Tony Romo on that one, predicting the play as Monona Grove gets all the way up inside the 20 of Milton.
The reason I think MG called that play is, if you notice, we've been bringing the pressure a lot with our middle linebacker. So by calling the screen, you're taking the middle linebacker out of the play, which allows them to really, it opens up the screen so much more because, you know, you don't have to worry about that middle linebacker stopping the play.
Exactly, and it worked just about as perfectly as you could hope. They're inside the red zone now, looking to strike here and possibly put the dagger in the hearts of Milton, and he slips away. Little shovel pass. That's going to be an illegal forward pass on Monona Grove. That one's coming back.
Ref threw that flag.
He was all over that one.
Good job on the defensive end part. He didn't get the tackle, but he recognized what was coming his way, and he said, no, no, no.
Force the QB to make a bad pitch.
What's that do? Backs him up another 5 yards.
Yep. Now Milton's got to capitalize on these mistakes.
No, they are waving off the flag.
Okay. I guess they discussed, and it was not forward.
Huge game. Wow.
Monona Grove. Did they get up that
door.
far?
I don't remember, but that's a huge
Bad
game.
memory. That looked a bit more than they actually picked up, but hey, we're not on the field. We have bad memories. So, hey, Milton defense just got to get a little stingy here.
Let's see what we're going to do here.
First and goal from the 10-yard line. MG Bishop takes a snap.
Straight
hand
run.
off.
And that D-line has been swallowing up that running back all
He is
day.
stoned.
Cameron Scott on the tackle.
Yep, killer lane.
Cameron Scott, he is one big boy. He is
huge.
Cameron Scott.
That is an understatement.
Number 67. He's a big boy. I'll tell you.
There's no doubt about that one.
I wouldn't want to see him lining up on the other side of the field of me.
No, thank you. I mean, yeah. I'll take my skill positions. I'd rather face a 6'3" cornerback or a wide receiver.
Not going to hit nearly as hard as Cameron does.
No, sir. He's looking to hit hard here. As Bishop's got his running back lined up to his left, takes the snap, hand off again to killer lane, and he's going absolutely zilch.
You know what this is? This D-line saying, "You shall not pass."
Hitting him with that Gandalf the Grey.
Or the white, depending on.
Oh, that's true. I didn't read the books.
I didn't read the books either.
Yeah.
I watched the movie somewhat. They're long movies.
Yeah. Is The Hobbit like 3.5 hours long? It is long.
It's a long movie, I'll tell you that. You watch
Yeah.
a marathon of that, you ain't coming out of the house in a week.
Yeah, probably not.
Here we go. It's third and
Bishop's.
actually a second.
Oh, fourth down and about 4 yards to go. Bishop motions killer lane out to his right. Keeps
Rolling
it.
out.
Fires to the end zone. He's got his man. That's going to be a touchdown. 26-0. Monona Grove, and they're starting to pile it on here in the second half.
Wide open. Completely wide open.
Great play call on the part of MG. And that could have been the stake through the proverbial heart right there.
Still early in the second half, but that's not the way you want to see it. 2 touchdowns by MG coming right out the gate. Fiery.
4 touchdown deficit. Not the easiest thing to come back from. But hey, it's homecoming. Get a little magic going. You never know. Extra point is up, and it is good. We got 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Monona Grove 27, your Milton Red Hawks nothing.
Well, that was not the greatest defensive series there was, but hey, it happens, but ultimately, this offense kind of needs to step up a little bit.
Yep, that's ultimately what we knew it was going to come down to, and that's what it's been coming down to so far. They've just been absolutely stymied. But now would be a pretty darn good time to snap out of the funk and really get it rolling here.
It's now or never really for this Milton's offense.
Yep.
You have to score on this drive. It can't be 3. It has to be a solid 7.
And if you let them come down and score again, you're not coming back from a 34-point deficit. I'm sorry. This is not
This is the Badger South we're talking about.
Yeah, this isn't the Bills Oilers. This is no 33-3 type deal.
Yeah, we're not playing in the Big 8 where you can come back from almost anything.
Exactly.
Hoover and Johnson back to receive the kickoff.
We'll see if they maybe get a little spark on special teams. Who knows? It's a ref.
Big run right now would help out, I would say.
Yep. As Milton's, they've been very close to breaking a couple plays, huge plays.
1 tackle away.
Yep. Little crease, little hole, couple blocks, little speed. anything can happen.
MG about to kick the ball off to the Redhawks.
They slap their thighs enthusiastically as the boot goes end over end, deep. They both let it pass. Huber's on the run, and they recover it inside their own 10-yard line. That was not the kind of special teams play you wanted right there. That was a big gaffe. And, well, the offense is in a hole. No better time than the present to climb out of it.
Looks like we have Danny Weitzel trotting out at Q.
We'll see. Maybe trying to invigorate that offense.
That was not the special team. That was something.
That's about as well as you can put it. Fake handoff here. Danny Weitzel is going to try and run for some yardage, and he's not going anywhere.
Nope, not going anywhere. See, they bring in Jordan Staverius. They're bringing out. Who are they bringing out?
Tyler.
Tyler Hughes.
Tyler Hughes just sprinted over to the sidelines. Bit more bunched upset here for the Redhawks. Let's see what they got cooking. Play action to Huber. Rolls out to his right, fires. He's got his man, Kai Curl, down the sideline. And he is hammered out of bounds, but not after a big gain for Milton.
Move the chains. That's a first down for the Milton Redhawks. Woo. What a throw, what a catch, what a play.
That was good. Kai with that rack yardage after. That was pretty darn good if I do say so myself.
Spiffy. It was a spiffy play.
That's a good word, spiffy. Good word to describe that play. And this time they're going to hand off to Huber. Tries to push the pile.
He's clearly just 2 men on him. Not much he could have done there, but hey, he got the tough yardage.
Yep, that's a strong run. Modest gain. He put his heart into that one.
Yes, he did.
And his legs. He's got second down and 6 to go.
Game 4, that's a good game.
No doubt about it. Danny Weitzel looking to throw another dime here. Or maybe just keep it himself as it's a read option. And he is swallowed up in the backfield. Whoa, Kai Curl just got drilled after the play. I don't think any of the refs saw it, but he got body slammed there.
That was unnecessary too. That's what I hate. You know, that was really unnecessary.
That was after the play was over. Hey, I'll refrain.
As a football player, I'll tell you what, I am upset.
And that would have been a big call for Milton too. As they're bringing heat, Weitzel fires, and it is underthrown, slips under the hands of Jordan Staverius. And that'll bring up 4th down once again for the Redhawks.
What do you do as Milton?
I think you have to go for it at this point.
The problem is if you don't go for it,
your defense
giving the ball to MG again.
They're tired right now. They're getting sliced up a little bit. They need some rest. You need to stay on the field if you're the offense.
Maybe
you have to score.
Needs a little razzle dazzle in them.
Maybe a hook and ladder.
Maybe.
Little Statue of Liberty.
Time to pull out all the trickeries. Get MG off their game.
Oh yes, anything is useful right now as MG will burn their first time out of the half. As we have 3:11 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Monona Grove 27, your Milton Redhawks nothing.
It's been a good game. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a really good game. We all want to see Milton win. That's the outcome we want.
Yep, but they are facing a very tough opponent, and they have played their guts out so far. We'll see if they can get a little something cooking, little Hoko magic going on here.
No question about the heart these kids are putting in on the field right now. No question about it.
No doubt
they
about it.
They are laying it on the line. That's what you love to see. You love to see a hard-fought game. Even though it's not going your way, they're not giving up.
And that's really all you can ask for if you're Milton. You're going up against the 5th-ranked team in the state. you just got to play your guts out. That's all you got to do. You got to put forth your best effort and just, you never know. Crazy things have happened. And that's really all you can ask. Let's see what they do here on 4th down and 7.
Hunter Bernat's at Q.
They make a quick switch, and that is over Dane's head into the Monona Grove sideline, and they will be turning it over on downs once again.
Shameful way the series had to end, but just been kind of the story all game.
Yep, they've put together some good drives, good possessions. They've had some good plays, but none of it has come to fruition so far on the offensive side of the ball. Now you're asking a lot of a very tired defense. Played their butts off in the first half and are trying their darndest here in the second to get back out there. But we'll see. I think they have it in them to get another stop. As Jordan Bishop lines up. Arm sleeve the running back out to his right. He'll give it to him, number 25, but Essenhauer.
Right on him, right there.
He was all over it.
Eric Essenhauer's been blowing up that old line all game. He has a little spice in him today.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder what spice he has in him, though.
Tabasco?
Maybe Valentine sauce. That's what me and my mother have.
I'm not a big spicy guy. You know what, B-dubs? I stick with honey barbecue. I'm really not a huge spice guy as Bishop drops back to throw. He's got his man.
Wide open.
And
solid.
Milton's defense gets gouged once again. That looked like a little wheel route there.
Oh. It looks like it was the linebacker's position. I think that linebacker was supposed to take him.
Yep. Could have been his responsibility, but it doesn't matter now. They got a 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking. We said the last one was the nail in the coffin. This one is burying them 10 feet deep if they get this one in the end zone.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but Eric Hessener pancaking.
And I don't know what happened. It appears they're inside the 5-yard line of the Red Hawks. And there we go. Yep, they moved it up to about the 5-yard line, and now we're shifted over to the right. Handoff. You couldn't see it. But number 70, all over the place.
He's feeding off this team. You know, he is such a great player on this team. He is that leader on that team. Everybody looks to Eric.
He is a role model. If you got kids watching right now, Eric Hessenhauer. That's a role model. That's the kind of guy you want your kids to look up to.
Polite, strong,
and a leader on defense. As he's going to keep it himself here, and he gets stoned in the backfield. They were all over that one.
Nowhere to go
as
for MG, as it looks like they are, what are they,
3rd down from about the 9-yard line.
Really
it's actually, wait, no, it is 4th down.
4th down.
And they're going to bring out the field goal unit.
Take whatever points they can get.
Yep.
I think that's going to be the motto for the game.
That could be the mantra the rest of the time. That was a great stop by the Milton defense. They just really smothered him there, converged right on him. Huber tries to get in there, and it is up, and it was no good. Doesn't have the leg, doesn't have the mustard.
Nope, he does not have the mustard or the hot dog. It falls incomplete.
No Oscar Myers for him today. Nope. We got 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Monona Grove still only up 27, but Milton still with a goose egg on the scoreboard.
Hopefully we can get that changed soon.
Let's see if they can get anything rolling here. That Pernat coming back out. Be the QB? Yes, it is. Let's see what transpires here. Feel like they're going to be airing it out deep. Or maybe not, as they give it to Josh Johnson, and nowhere to breathe on that one.
That should have been a pull by Hunter. That DN crashed hard on that play. He was better off pulling the ball.
Yep. That's
a lot of green.
Yep. That's a tough read to make, though. You have about a nanosecond to decide if you're holding it or giving it without causing a fumble. And that'll do it for the third quarter here in this one. MG on top at Milton's homecoming, 27-0.
Well, right now we have some downtown time unlimited. You know, it sucks. It sucks that I'm just sitting here watching my brothers go out there and play, and I can't be there with them.
Yep.
You know, but there's no doubt right now they're all playing with their hearts out. They're playing as hard as they can right now.
Yep.
Sometimes it be like that.
It'd be like that sometimes. And I mean, you're a spark plug sometimes. You get very hyped up during football games. I've watched you. It is fun to watch, especially when you got it going.
Love the
Not
game.
a better feeling in the world.
Love the game so much, and you know, the hardest part about today was, I think, was doing the parade. You know, you're sitting on that flow, and it hit me like, hey, I've waited 2 years to hear my name get called over those speakers on a Friday night during homecoming, and I don't have that opportunity this year. I don't have the opportunity to play the rest of the year, and it kills me inside.
Yeah.
I really want to be out there.
Luckily, you got one more year left as Pernat takes the snap and fires a quick screen pass, and Tyler Hughes gets tripped up at about the line of scrimmage there.
Fourth quarter is third down, third and long.
Yep, 11 yards to be exact. They need this desperately right here. It's a tall mountain to climb right now. It'll be a lot taller if they don't convert, but they do. As number 10 on the completion. Who is that? Ben Clark.
Hey, that was a good route on his part now.
Good comebacker.
He's a tall, really tall kid. Let me say that.
Looks like a lanky kind of guy.
And then again, everybody's pretty much tall to me. I'm only 5'7". But if you watch that route, he pushed up those yards. He pushed up to where he needed, planted his foot, and came back.
Ooh, fake bubble screen, or maybe his man slipped, but he had absolutely nowhere to scramble on that one. He gets smothered about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It was a bubble, but I don't think he liked what he saw.
Yep, but hey, the bubble, that's a dangerous route. If you're not confident in it, that could easily get jumped in a quick pick six if you're not careful. So that, if it wasn't there, that was a good decision by Hunter. Just take the loss and move on to the next play. Let's see what they do here. They got a 4-receiver set. Running back to his right side. Another jump by MG. This should be a free play, but he is swallowed up in the backfield. And
offensive line is starting to wear down a little bit. They're not getting that same pass protection as they were earlier in the game. And you can tell Hunter was scrambling, but there was just nowhere to go for him.
Nope, that pocket collapsed in a hurry. And now they're looking once again at a third and long, 3rd and 14. Milton fighting for their lives in this one. They only have 10 minutes to play, and they have 4 touchdowns to make up.
10 minutes for these seniors. 10 minutes for the last homecoming game.
Yep. Let's see if they can make this one count. They already have made it count. They've played their hearts out today. Just not the outcome they were hoping for. As Pernat takes a deep drop, whistles it down the field. Tyler Hughes slips and falls as MG cornerbacks run into each other, and it falls harmlessly to the turf. 4th and 14 coming up.
And they're going to punt the ball away. I mean,
it's not necessarily throwing in the towel at this point, but it's close.
I believe I don't know what to say on here. I mean,
You can't really go for it in this situation. But I don't know.
giving MG the ball straight back.
Oh, it's a fake. That's what they're playing. Oh, never mind.
Oh, and it's
I thought it was a fake. I got really excited for a second.
it was a rugby.
Rugby style. I think he lost his footing.
Should have just gone for it.
And it ends up basically as if they missed a conversion. Practically a turnover on downs
Even
here.
more, actually. Lost of like a half an inch.
And MG will take over at the 22-yard line of Milton regardless. First down and 10.
This is still trying out their defense, playing as strong as they can.
Yep, you can see the hands on the hips of some of them. They are gassed.
They've been giving it all, whole game.
Yep, and after such a strong first half too. You knew they'd get worn down at some point. And that route is almost jumped by Mason Ulrich. Incomplete pass.
Great recognition on his part to see what was happening on the play.
Second down and 10 now for the Silver Eagles of Monona Grove. Oh, ref can't quite make the catch.
Butterfingers on that ref.
Right off the
I
fingertips.
think it's multiple times I've seen him drop the ball.
Dang.
Got to work on the skills.
Yeah. Should that be a requirement of referees? Like any sport? You got to be able to play the sport?
Should be able to catch the ball at least.
Yeah.
Light throw to you. Yeah, catch that ball, ref.
Like Ed Hockley, the almost infamous referee in the NFL, absolutely jacked out of his mind as that one's dumped off to the tight end.
Jordan Scaverius with the tackle.
Body slam to the turf after a gain of 8.
Grassfield Riley.
I love me some grass, as in turf field.
I wish we had turf field. Actually, not really.
Turf would be better.
It hurts.
I like grass fields. No, but man, I just realized what I said could be totally misconstrued, and that might be kicked off the air after this broadcast. But hey, that's gonna be not a touchdown.
Sure. By maybe a half inch.
Half-yard line now.
Never know. Ground crew might not be happy with you. You're not liking the grass they do. They provide a good grass.
Hey, I like the grass fields. Turf fields just look so nice.
Let me tell you, I step on that field. I like that grass. That's some good grass out there.
I love me some turf, man. To each their own. But I got to give the slight edge to the turf. I love me some artificial AstroTurf. As there's a handoff drop, the middle pushes the pile. Slammed by Booker Byrne after the fact. It's going to be a touchdown. And with 8:46 left to go, that might just about wrap this one up. 33-0. MG at this point. They'll look to tack on the extra point. Make it an even 34.
Booker Byrne fought through that play the entire time. Didn't give up.
That was a bit of frustration probably at the end. But you can't blame him. Here's the snap. Placement is up. I hear some whistles. And it appears the play was blown dead. See if this was before the snap. I don't know if that was before the snap or not, if he'll have to run it back.
Offsides.
And
0 for 2?
are they run? That looks like they're running the offense back.
No?
A little bit of misdirection. They're confused. They don't
They're
know.
Probably take a timeout here, I'm guessing. Everybody looks a little confused on what's going on.
And I believe that is the offense huddling up, just slightly off screen to your right. There they are. And I believe that is the offense.
Yep, it is offense.
Go with a little twist of the proverbial knife right here.
We're really going to make this one feel if they get
Yeah.
a little disrespectful, but
that is for sure. You get that sometimes. As Jordan Bishop is back in the backfield. And handoff here, and no doubt about it, 2-point conversion is successful by Killer Lane, and it is now 35-0. Monona Grove Silver Eagles on top.
Killer's really putting the kill.
That is not a lie.
Milton's offense. Let's see if they can score. At least like make the scoreboard look a little prettier.
Yep. I remember I was talking at lunch, talking throughout the day. I was predicting a 35-7 victory for MG. So if Milton could score, make me seem really smart, that would be kind of cool. But really, I'd just like them to score regardless. They need a bit of a confidence boost after slowly getting worked into the ground in the second half.
I just, you know, I don't think anybody, there's no doubt about it that people are starting to get tired. But, you know, it's just painful for us, for them to watch, us to watch.
Yep.
And it's painful for the players too, because, you know, each day you're going to practice, you're working so hard.
You're getting your butt kicked by the coaches every week, week in and week out.
And you know, you don't want this to be your homecoming remember, especially for the seniors. But it seems like it's going to be like that.
Yep. Very unfortunate, but can't doubt that they've done their best here. And on a slightly more positive note, all you Brewer fans out there, Brewers are currently up 5-3, looking to make up a half game in the National League Central race. So, hey, something to look forward to as Huber takes that up to the 30-yard line. Friend Jerry here, he's more of a Red Sox guy.
World Series this year, I'm telling you.
We'll see about that, Jerry. We'll see.
Well, when your Brewers lose in the wild card game,
Oh.
we can talk.
Oh, I highly doubt that's going to happen. Possible, but I don't think so this year.
I hope it's St.
Got a
Louis
good
if
team.
anybody does it.
I hope be very displeased. That is the understatement of the day if St. Louis knocks us out of the playoffs. But anyway, here's the handoff to Tristan Shea.
Cuts back,
Oh,
but
and
nowhere
he
to
gets.
go as the defense was just pursuing him on the play.
He got dive bombed into the grass right there. Loss of a couple.
Nowhere really to go for him. He tried to look for that cutback, but you know, he couldn't really keep going to the outside because that defensive back was forcing him to go back in. It's just middle linebackers, D-line just pursued him well enough.
Yep, that's really been the story of the game. Haven't been able to find the holes and just missed some big shots. And it appears that either Milton or MG, apologize, I missed it, but one team has called a timeout, and it was Milton. Thank you. I just received word that Milton called their first time out of the half. Looking to get something worked out here on 2nd down and 12. And put some life into this offense here. End the game on a high note.
Well, I'm trying to end a lot of games on high notes.
Yep. That's all you can ask. Go out with a bang.
But for all you Milton Redhawk football fans, Milton gets to play Fort next.
That's true. That is a very good chance at a victory right there.
It's a very winnable game.
Oh, yeah. You know, Milton actually has a teacher who's a coach for the Fort Atkinson football team, Mr. David Falkavage, as Kai Curl gets stormed right there after a gain of about 1. But yeah, our old chemistry teacher, actually our current chemistry teacher, works for the enemy, as you could say.
I think it's safe to say, you know, Milton's going to have to focus on Fort now. What are we going to do against Fort? How are we going to win against Fort? How are we going to play against Fort?
Yep. Now they're probably looking ahead, barring an absolutely insane comeback that probably is not going to happen after Danny gets sacked for about a loss of 7. A Let's see what the official yard marker is.
Shout out to 71, Joe Crofts. He had a pretty good game, I would say. He's one of those guys that you can rely on out there on the field.
Yep, he's one of those guys. And work his butt off. Really get those hands underneath.
Really
get him in the chest. He isn't going to get called for many holding penalties, as it was a loss of 7 on the sack.
Milton will punt away the football once again.
And all you can do now is think about, focus on finishing up this game strong, and then moving on to fourth, putting this game in the past. The low line drive of a punt hops out of bounds at around the 50-yard line. Just inside the midfield stripe, actually, the Milton 49-yard line. And that's where Monona Grove will set up shop here with only 5:45 and counting here in the game.
We got to start coming up with some things to talk about, Riley.
Yeah,
At that point.
running out of ideas here.
You know, I didn't prepare for this, but
I got a couple notes on here. On my computer right here, I have their team leaders. And I remember I put down that they've dominated the first half. They've scored most of their points, 70 and 90 points in the first and second quarters respectively, as he slips and falls for a loss of 1. Compared to about 40 and 50 points in the second half, but really the narrative has been flipped on its head here for Monona Grove, as they have really dominated the second half.
reminds me of last year we went into FG's homecoming. You know, a good first half, and they just really put the pedal to the metal in the second.
Yep. And, you know, I put this down. What's the QB situation going to look like next week, as there's an injured Monona Grove player down on the field?
You know, that's a good question on who's going to be the Q going forward and playing. Now, I'll probably have some insight notes. I'm on the team, but, you know, it's always a wonder. Like, we're never 100% sure exactly, especially after this game,
Yep.
Watertown's game. We don't know who's exactly our quarterback. We don't have that set in stone. And I think we need to figure that out. Who's our QB going for?
Yep. And both quarterbacks have had a pretty shaky night here in this one. So we'll see going forward who ends up getting the nod at QB in Fort Atkinson.
Not the warmest night at all, but
Yeah, we really haven't talked about that, but the elements tonight, it is cold out there. We're sitting in this
Chilly
nice
night.
shed right here underneath the bleachers, so it's actually fairly warm.
it's
in
fairly
this.
warm. It's not warm, but it's better
It's-
than that wind.
It's bearable, but the wind chill, it always seems worse here at Carl F. Anderson Field, or in Schilberg Park for that matter.
Schilberg Park is where it's at the worst. That wind, I tell you,
It's
that's
rough.
that's wind like no other wind.
Yeah, I don't know where it comes from, but it's always there.
It's a windy boy over there.
Yeah, perpetual wind warnings should just be out
It's like
at
when
all
you're
times.
putting the ketchup on the hot dog. It's there.
So always there. Like a hot dog and a bun. Gotta have the two together.
Yeah, Schilberg is, you know, it's the hot dog and the bun. You gotta go together or it's
the
not a
w-
hot dog.
The wind in Schilberg.
It's a dog.
The wind is the hot dog to Schilberg's bun. It's the best
Same way with Carl.
best
Anderson
analogy
Field.
I've ever heard.
Nice field. It's a really nice field.
Yep. Maybe get some AstroTurf in there next year, huh, Jerry?
I don't know about you, Riley. I like my grass.
As Jordan fires it. Jordan Bishop.
Shout
a
out to
10-yard
Ben
gain.
Davis out there on the field.
Ben Davis, remember last year on JV, he had that huge interception, and everyone went nuts, as it appears Cullen is a bit slow to get up, and he is gimpy coming off. Hopefully that is not serious. Last injury we saw like that, it was Jerry Jones, and he's sitting right here next to me, out for the rest of the year.
Yep. 2 screws, a suture, and a couple stitches. Out till March.
Yeah, hopefully that is not serious for Cullen.
You don't want to see that happen. You don't want to have a couple torn tendons, you know. It hurts, but surgery hurts too.
for sure, and it's going to be 4th down and inches coming up for the Eagles as the clock is dripping under 3 minutes left to play in this one.
You think they go for it?
Yes.
I don't know. I thought maybe they might have punted.
No, not in this one. And if they get a 1st down, they can just run out the clock pretty much. Milton does have 2 timeouts, but I have a feeling they most likely will refrain from using them. As Bishop takes the snap, simple handoff, and he's got a gaping hold of the outside.
He's taking this one.
Cuts back up the field, past the 20, up to the 15-yard line of the Red Hawks. And there is the icing on the cake for Monona Grove right there.
The cake was already there. All they did was write MG.
Yeah, it was already iced.
This game.
That was the decorations on the cake.
You could also say that that's the toppings on the hot dog.
The relish.
That is the relish and the onions and whatever else somebody likes to put it on.
Yep, you know what this reminds me of? A vocab word I learned in AP Lang today.
I was not ready for that quiz.
That quiz? Yeah, that was.
Yep. I didn't study for it. I was on pain medicine, so studying wasn't easy, so I didn't remember much, but taking that quiz was pretty rough.
That makes sense. But the word we had on there was conceit, and it's like a phrase or a reoccurring metaphor going out throughout a book or a work of literature or a broadcast, possibly. And I think the hot dog metaphor would definitely fall under the category of a conceit.
I would definitely say the hot dog is the conceit of this broadcast.
Probably. If you had to put an English spin on it.
But if
learn
you want to
some
know
knowledge.
something, I don't like hot dogs.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't like hot dogs. I'm more of a brat guy, but I don't like my brat in a bun either. Like, I
Really?
like to prefer to eat the brat itself.
Just
I
pure?
feel like the bun, in general, it's just not as good. I think it takes the flavor away.
you gotta grill the bun, butter it. I love that. Have you had a Nathan's hot dog? Those are good. Those are the best hot dogs. Honestly, I mean, of course, I have never had a Usinger's hot dog. Mr. Baseball's famous Franks, and you know Usinger's, they never wanted to be the biggest sausage shop in Milwaukee, just the best. That's exactly what they've done. Usinger's. Try them today. We don't have any ads on here, so gotta make up our own. I'll just copy Bob Euchre. Oh, is that Ben Dybus dancing? Making the best out of it? Probably heard my Usinger's ad. Just so excited.
Gotta make the best of the opportunities you get, and right now he's getting his opportunity.
Yep. Preparing for the homecoming dance tomorrow night. Getting his kicks in.
Which I will not be attending. I don't believe
doubt that.
Yep. I'll be going to the pictures and everything, but I will not be attending the dance as I will be in bed playing video games.
Unfortunate, but not that surprising.
But add me on Xbox, Savage Whisker 16. I play Rocket League. I'm pretty good at it.
Yep. He's logged over a month straight total of playing it. It's absolutely insane.
90 some hours.
That's ridiculous.
No, days. 90 some days on it.
3 months straight of Rocket League. That is absolutely asinine. As looked like MG tried to take a knee, but they had a delay of game penalty, so they're moving back before they take it.
That should really help out the Milton's D.
Got a good break there. As they bring in their backup quarterback, number 18. That would be, where's that number 16? 18? Let's check our roster sheet here. Number 18, Carter Tomzak. Yep, he's listed under the QB. He's also their kicker, I believe. He's done the extra point duties tonight. And they bring him in to take a knee and wrap this one up as the clock's starting to drip under 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Milton will not be using their timeouts, as it looks like this one's going to end 35-0. Monona Grove on top.
It sure was something. I'll tell you that. They played with a lot of heart, effort, and days just, it didn't go the Milton way. It went MG's way, and it's going to be a hard pill to swallow, but this team can't focus on this loss. They need to focus on Fort. They need to focus on Edgewood. There's still a chance for this team.
Yep, the playoffs are still in reach, but they have to start getting some wins. Fort and Edgewood are very good opportunities there to seize. And that'll do it here, folks. Clock's slowly winding down under 10 seconds as the teams make their way to the midfield stripe to shake hands. And the clock has hit 0. Your official final score here tonight, Monona Grove, Ben Davis, what a guy. Monona Grove 35, Milton 0. Thank you all for listening to this broadcast brought to you by Red Hawk Media. Jerry, got anything to say before we sign off here tonight?
Got nothing to say. So long. Don't know when I'll see you guys ever again.
Yep, it was fun while it lasted. Thank you, Jerry Jones, for being a part of it. Thank you all for listening. Everyone, please have a good night. Once again, your final score, Monona Grove 35, Milton 0. I'm Riley Yauk signing off for Jerry Jones and the rest of our Red Hawk Media crew. Thank you, and good night, everyone.